Hello, greetings and salutations. This is Ice Quinn, back with episode number 6 of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. I keep wanting to call it Dreadnought. Dreadlocks. Well, if you've been following me on YouTube, technically the last video out was 4, 5 scheduled to drop any moment, so that's why we're on number 6. This is being broadcast also live on Facebook, but I'm not viewing the chat on Facebook. I apologize. If you have anything really important to say, if there's anyone over there, you can always just go to the link there. That's twitch.tv/IceandQuinn, and you can join the chat there. Maybe in the future I'll put the link over there. I tend to do just an hour broadcast out of the entire length of the broadcast on Facebook. And you can always follow. There's all the links there for YouTube and Twitter and everything else. Of course, I'm trying to look at my own chat right now. We will get underway here. I'm just trying to see why Twitch says I'm offline. I haven't fallen asleep. Just having a brief debate with Twitch. Well, now we agree, so that's good. And just making sure I'm not dropping anything either. That's dropping it, and I'm squeaking as much as I can. Dropping any frames while I almost attack the microphone. I'm already accompanied by my co-host Thackeray the cat, so we'll have a brief microphone struggle there. But other than that, I've worked out the problem that was going on with the lockups that we had in the previous episode. The system I was running the game on has an older motherboard in it, so new Windows and the new NVIDIA driver, new Windows being Windows 10 is not really that new, will deny access to the video card on occasion. So what you have to do is run it in sort of legacy mode. So I just switched it over to my other newer PC. It sounds like I have a million PCs sitting around. I don't. Well, I have a lot of PCs, but that's related to a former field of occupation. Not occupation as in war, though. Let's make that clear. But things I used to do, I guess you could say. So I think we've got almost everything out of the way. For anyone who's having a similar problem, because there's all sorts of lockup issues that they're noting on the game, but I think they might be related to that. This game apparently is using something that a motherboard older than 3 years in most cases, and that was an older FX. I think it's a limited edition Shadow something or the other. I forget the name of it. Running a 8-core 8350 AMD processor. They haven't updated the BIOS since the board came out, and maybe they can update the BIOS and fix that problem. But the easiest solution is to go either directly into the driver, and when you go to reinstall the driver, delete it and reinstall it, and select properties. You right click on the app for setting up your driver, go to compatibility under properties and select run as Windows 7, which runs just about everything. Or you can just go to the app itself in the Steam if you're running Steam, or in the directory if you're not running Steam, that launches the program. Go to the launcher and select compatibility mode, Windows 7. It could probably be Windows 8, but Windows 7 seems to run everything. And that should take care of the issue. Or just put it on your other PC that has a newer motherboard. And that way you won't have to go through all that. Maybe that's more of the height of laziness. I'm not sure. So, well, we find ourselves here. The last broadcast episode, we had just picked up some new blueprints. Managed to fight off. We're always fighting off the cylons. And in between, I built up the 2 fleets I have. I have one's a Caprica Defense Force, which normally hangs out in Helios Alpha, protecting Caprica, and the other is the 12th Recce fleet, which is my recon fleet. Both are not near cylons, but as you can see from our board here, we have cylons all over the place. I do have to get over here because we're starting to lose a lot of people. That's not a good sign, and we're going to lose our Tillium, and we need Tillium. In fact, for the blueprints to build our first light Battlestar, we need 2,200 requisition points. I've got 647. So we need to fight a few battles. Here is the Caprica Defense Force. And this is Cylon Fleet number 24. Let's see how large they are. 2,000 points, and I think we are maybe a little bit larger than that. I love the font they use here. So, Defense Force. Looks like we might be 2,400. See if it says here. Yeah, I can pull it up that way. So we're 2,400. So we're about 400 points over that. We have an issue here in the campaign, that being
Sir?
This.
Data on the attack is still incoming, but emergency services are estimating casualties in the hundreds. Reports confirm most are non-fatal, which seems worse, somehow. Kane's agreed to provide an escort for a Pycon Medical Corps attachment out of Helios Alpha. But it's your problem to figure out how to get them there. Her words, not mine. Sagittarian hasn't lifted their border embargo since the attack. At this stage, we've only got permission to take Dr. Cottle and his team to Erelon.
Yeah, there goes my
emergency services are estimating
local chat again. Now, they said they have casualties in the hundreds. This is an orbital bombardment that's going on with chemical weapons. I am thinking the casualties would be much higher. On a planet, what's the population on this planet? Yeah, it looks like it's about 1.2 billion. So, I mean, technically that's a small number. The Cylons need to step up their game, but they're using low tech. And if you happen to be a fan of William Gibson's short story, it was made into a not so good movie called Johnny Mnemonic. In that, Johnny, he was meeting at a club, and one line, I'm paraphrasing loosely, trying to quote it, but obviously paraphrasing. Johnny says when they're expecting high tech, you go low tech, and I'm a very, very low tech boy. Of course, in that case, he had a shotgun and a bomb, I believe, which was low tech for science fiction cyberpunk future. In this case, I would expect the Cylons. Not that I did not mean to do that.
Data on the attack is still incoming, but emergency services are estimating casualties in the hundreds.
I can't stomp her.
Reports confirm most are non-fatal, which seems worse, somehow. Kane's agreed to provide an escort for a Pycon Medical Corps attachment out of Helios Alpha. But it's your problem to figure out how to get them there. Her words, not mine. Sagittarian hasn't lifted their border embargo since the attack. At this stage, we've only got permission to take Dr. Cottle and his team to Erelon.
Okay. I was wanting to click on this here.
Cylon forces have been interfering with travelers between the colonies. No civilians are currently present, so maximum force is encouraged.
So we could run that mission. We've got 6 turns, so we could still do this one first, and that would probably help. But that I have some ships in the build queue, and I wouldn't mind adding those to our fleet before we go there, because I'm not sure what to expect on that planet. Like another ship in this fleet, but if we fought here, this one, what's this one?
Cylon forces have been roaming this colony's
600
border. No
Tillium.
civilians are present, so maximum force is encouraged.
Okay, these are, of course, in the campaign, if you're not familiar with it or didn't catch one of my previous episodes, these are random events in a somewhat linear, not somewhat, a linear campaign. But you do have replayability because of the linear events and all these occurrence of ships and how the population reacts are all procedural. So I believe you can get a lot of replay out of it if you're not just, say, doing the online multiplayer or just, you know, standard battle skirmishes. We're a long way from having to worry about that, but just mention it in case you're interested in the game. So 5 turns to get here. That's got 600 requisition points. This has 500. We have our 12th rookie group here. And they could technically hit there. What's the size of their fleet? Not big. What I can do is jump them to here. Another ship should be coming out of the queue. Add it. That would be 1 turn. And then jump them to there. And engage. And maybe the same turn jump this. Could go here. 1, 2. And I think I could get there 3. So we hit both of the special missions. But it's costing us a lot in Tillium over here. So it might be better to jump here. 1, 2, and then 3. So we'll have a lot of engagements to go for. So I think we might try that. Let's go ahead and bring the recon group closer to the Daedalus. I want to confirm the jump since I know where we're going. There we go. 80 Tillium. We can afford that. And if I were, it'd take me 2 turns to go here, then 2 turns to go back, I believe. Let's see if we could actually jump straight to, this is red. I don't know if you can jump there. No, okay. I think this is red. So that must be not red. I mentioned before, I'm slightly color challenged with different color hues, or maybe colors completely. I don't know. I've always seen my own colors. I didn't find out that I had difficulty seeing colors until an optometrist told me in my late 20s. Up until that point, I'd been seeing the world in what I thought was living color. So I have my own colors, and usually they match with other people. I guess I'm told I just don't see them the same. Imagine that. Someone else tells me I don't see them the same. So that would be 2 jumps to get to there. That's just not going to work, because then it'd be 2 jumps back 4, and we'd lose that one. So this group's going to have to risk it. I'll hold off 1 turn here. We'll see where these guys go, and that way we can at least pick up 1 ship. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll end our turn. And there we are, and a ship. I was going to say, and a ship didn't come out of the queue, but it did. The group, it was, oof. What names do I have? I believe I've already used Dauntless. And Alacrity. I'm not sure where Irondak came from, but well, you know what? I've also been using Greek philosophers, so one of my favorite Greek philosophers. Actually, was kicked out of Athens. He started an academy there where he taught philosophy and rhetoric. He wrote actually all the books on it. He was kicked out, so he went to Macedonia, where he became the private tutor of a young man named Alexander. Athens paid the price later. Alexander turned out to be, well, not just good, I guess great at warfare. So though he had a pretty good teacher. So let's go ahead and transfer this to our recon group. I'll give him a little bit more firepower, even though it's just a Corvette. This is going to be more expensive to jump because we're doing an active jump. Twice out of range, so it's going to take 2 jumps. We'll go to sticks. It's a shame I would have used that as a name for a ship, though I guess I still can name it in honor of the location. Okay, let's confirm that jump. Yep.
Fleet group is ready
and
to jump.
This one's vanished, so I guess it was. I guess maybe a good idea not to. And have another ship coming out in the build queue here, so that's what I was basically doing, is holding off a turn or two. But we'll start moving the Caprica Defense Force in. How far can they jump? Could they jump here? If they could jump here, that'd be 1, then 2, 3, then 4 at the most, unless we could jump directly there. We're having that problem here, so I'm guessing we have to 1, 2, 3, 4. Just barely get there. Or we could just ignore them and go to that objective. Maybe we'll try that. Let's see where we can we jump to that location? Out of range. And this fleet might be underpowered, but it's going to cost 60 Tillium. And the Daedalus is going to stay in place this turn, so let's see what sort of trouble we get into when...
Cruiser is ready for orders.
That one's been there. Yeah, we brought out another ship. Excellent. Okay, that one, I think we'll actually give it the name Alexander. We have the Alexandros also. Named after his father, Philip. We'll transfer that. We can't transfer it. Okay. How many points is it? It's 1,000. No wonder. Well, we could take some out. Let's close that. I'd rather have the cruiser than what. There's the Alexandros. Well, we could get rid of the Alexandros. That's 750. Would that give us enough? Bring us down to the 39. And how many points was this? 1,000. So 1,050. That actually would probably do it. Although I like having that there. Then again, we have to transfer you. Well, yep, you're gonna have to be in your own fleet. Sorry. I guess select the fleet. And now let's see if we can just transfer them. We got the Alexandro and the Alexandros. Dross. Okay. That puts us dead on the money. And I don't think we're going to catch up. This is the risky part here. If we decided to... There's still 1, 2, 3 away. So there's no way this guy could go 1, 2, 3. He's not going to catch up. Could join that fleet, though. Well, I don't think he can because we're over budget on that fleet, too. He could, actually. He could join that fleet. Don't want him in that fleet, but I'd rather have him in a fleet than being alone. So we'll confirm that jump.
I've plotted the jump
So
coordinates,
now that
sir.
one's going to sit another turn, but we do have 4 there. So let's go ahead and take our Caprica Defense Force. Just checking. I'm recalculating to see if I jump to there, well, it'd still be 1, then 2, and 3. Well, I can always jump back, so let's go ahead and confirm that. It's 100. Ooh, we might not be able to make it. Okay, let's end that turn. At any moment, they could get intercepted, too. And he did. 2 Cylon fleets. I guess we only have to fight 1 at a time, maybe? Down below, for the auto-resolve, it says chance to win 100% with 23% casualties. I'm not sure how they calculate that. We can do an emergency jump. We might do that, because 2 fleets. It's a bit more than I was bargaining for. It's going to be a costly emergency jump, though. 300. Oh my gosh.
New Manticore has been deployed.
Yeah, we got another Manticore out there. Well, now we're with 3 fleets. That is just painful. Okay, we're not going to get to that objective, so we're going to do one more jump, see if we can pick up these additional ships here. Out of range. We can't do that. Well, we can jump to here. Well, I'll have to select jump. Oh, now the board's tactical movement's becoming a problem. Caprica Defense Force is in the wrong area completely. Another 100 Tillium. It's going to be expensive. And this one, we're going to go ahead and jump to this location because it's what we've been trying to do. I want to at least get one of them. We're not going to get the other one, but well, and now I keep going through this, but I was going to transfer this ship over to the 12th Rookie, make them a little bit stronger. This guy can still jump to there, or we can cancel his jump and have him try getting a little bit closer. Can he jump to here? Nope. I think we already checked that, didn't we? Well, if we jump to here and have the other ships jump. Yep. We shouldn't get into too much trouble. This force is precisely full, so there's nothing they can do. And so 2 ships, will have them jump together. I want to go, it's a carrier, and this is, I believe, is another cruiser, so it's transfer to this one. Have them jump together to here. We'll be out of Tillium shortly. And this guy I've been letting cool down. Three fleets. That's... Are these guys going to keep hanging out together? Because that's going to be tough to fend off. I'm going to go here first. So everyone's jumping every way. I was trying to get these fleets together before I went into combat, but we'll see. And I'll give a cooldown. So maybe we can save some Tillium. Okay, those guys just completely vanished, which is good. Now, how many of these ships can actually transfer? That would be the maximum there if we did that one. Let me look at the makeup of that fleet. I hate to leave the... Yeah, we already have... two cruisers. Well, I guess we could transfer the Monaco. I don't particularly like that configuration, but can we transfer this as well? We can, okay. Well, at least it's not going to be, no, we can't. It's going to be sitting out there on its own, unless the officer of this fleet can improve his standing. We can promote him. It's Chad Delamar, so let's promote Chad. 500 requisition points, of course. And let's increase his fleet size. So now we can add the 4th cruiser. All right. We might give them a little bit of a cooldown period because they're getting expensive to jump. And we can finally bring this fleet. And we still have more ships in the making. I was making a 3rd fleet, but I don't want to leave one ship sitting around. Let's get to a combat, though. There we go. 40 Tillium on that. Let's confirm that.
Fleet group has its coordinates.
And these two guys are just going to cool down. Go ahead and turn. We did unlock the...
Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir.
Viper Mark II. I want to make sure I'm going to the right location. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, we're going to proceed. So we can now add them in before the combat begins. We also have the proximity mines, which I've learned to be very careful about using. And torpedoes. We'll leave those all the same, I think. Oh, I also have the Raptor, primarily used for personnel transport and reconnaissance operations. It's a suite of electronic countermeasure devices, and can be docked to friendly units to bolster their firewalls. Huh, I'm not going to take on that one, but maybe on one of our carriers we'll boost that. Again, we're going to put Mark IIs. This one, restock cost 24 Tillium, 0 Tillium. So Mark I has a stronger hull. Huh, that's interesting. So I might mix them up. Let's just see, because I hate to get a whole host of ships. We'll do this here. I have the Aristotle. I'm going to leave his and we have the Metis torpedoes. And can we change? Because we cannot change anything in the Daedalus. Oh, this fleet doesn't have the Daedalus. Okay, so we won't be using the Raptors on this one. We've got Mark 1s in that one, just want to make sure. And then we have, I think, Mark 2s. This one. Okay. Let's see what search trouble we get ourselves into. And thanks to everyone. I apologize. I'm sort of trying to catch up here from a host of issues.
Fleet group is jumping in 3.
So thanks
2,
everyone in chat.
1.
And thanks everyone on Facebook who's watching. I appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who's watching on YouTube later.
Dratus contact. Marks are hostile.
Well, originally I was concerned that they weren't going to be hostile. It must be something I said. Oh, we've got the Chthonus here. If you're a fan of Lovecraft and Cthulhu, then... Okay, they're acting like there's just 4 ships here. Which maybe there are. Let's take a look at our Dratus. I don't know about you guys. This does not help me at all because I can barely see. Here's over there, and I see if I can pull this up to change camera rotation speed. That obviously got changed when I switched between systems here, and it's a little bit slow. All right, much better. So if there are technically just 4, I guess I should have set these guys up a little bit better, but I'm not going to boost this turn because I'm going to try and maneuver him around. And whatever her name is, it's the same last name as one of the characters from the series, and she says she has a sister on the Galactica. Galactica has vanished at this point here, because this is the first Cylon War. Yeah. It's as low as I can go. So then I thought I could go pretty low. All right, let's take the Aristotle. And we're going to maneuver him around to here. And turn him that way. And the Alexandros. We're going to... Normally I keep the Alexandros in line. We're going to boost it. Along with the Berserker class carriers in order to support. The Berserker class carriers have, and I need to do this again, have good broadside range. That's really cutting it close, isn't it? Too close for comfort. Can't drop that one down anymore. And we're going to go ahead and deploy our Vipers. Might put them in a separate group to see how they do, but another Viper Mark II. So nah, we're gonna leave them all in the same group right now. Nah, been years since I said that. The other thing I need to change is the UI. Apologize, we just a little bit. The whole reason I stopped playing on the PS4 and moved to the PC was simply for that feature that they could put on the PS4. As I was saying, just before I was going to broadcast at 7:30, I rebooted the computer that I haven't been using, which is actually the newer one. It had a Windows update, so I had to change the broadcast time to 8 because Windows updates take forever, and that's one of the reasons why I prefer consoles, because you don't have to worry about the legacy issues, you don't have to worry about the updates, and I had to reconfigure also the SSD drive in that one. And it still doesn't have the right graphics card. Enough of that. Let's see what happens when we move. Well, actually nothing to begin with, but... Okay, we know they got at least one Talon, or another class of ship. Not sure. Where is this guy going? I don't know if I'm going to boost him. I'm going to keep him going at this angle. That's about as far as he can turn that way. I am going to start boosting this one. The armor, as you can see on this ship, well, it's not phenomenal, but the front is about the best. This is the Berserker. However, you don't really want to engage in close combat. Its weapons ranges are much better, while the front armor on this is not very good at all, but the broadside armor is pretty good. I think we can go a little bit lower now. There we go. So the goal is to move this one out further, this one a little bit closer, but not point their nose in either direction. Okay, these are our fighters. Let's see if we can get them to engage. I'm not going to attack this group here. My guess is in the front we have a Nemesis or it's a cruiser. I don't know which. In fact, I'm not even going to engage him. We're just going to move him in that direction. This is where the Raptor would come in handy. Did I move him? Yeah, I did. Are these guys all... Normally they're all in the same group, so I just want to make sure they were. So Raptor moves a little bit faster. You could get some actual information on these guys, and then go back and protect the ships with electronic warfare. You can also do that with your commanders in the fleet as well. But everyone can have a different skill. I think a nice update to the game is to add in special commanders or new commander abilities. Most people don't, I think, even consider the commanders much, but you could add a lot of flavor with commanders that could do certain things on certain ships and for certain fleets a little bit better. They could even do, I hate to suggest it as a DLC, but a cheap DLC, $2.99 commanders pack. If you're an old miniatures gamer like myself, the games that do have commanders, they often do that. Sort of like the Star Wars miniature tabletop game. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, they're all special characters that have special abilities. All right, let's go ahead and end that turn. See where we're going. It feels like forever since I played, so I'm not sure what will come of this. And both these guys are going to boost this turn, so let's go ahead and start boosting them in. It is the Metis that has torpedoes, so we're going to have to point directly at our target. I believe the torpedoes do a little bit more damage, if I was looking at the specs correctly. I think the only ships I'd give torpedoes to would be the cruisers, because you can control them so well, and they're front firing
So say we all.
vehicles, and they maneuver well, so that way you can actually get them in the range to shoot. We have a collision here. Let's take the adamant, see if we can move him down. Can I bring him across here now? I'll have to move all the way for now. Doesn't have the front armor for that sort of thing. And keep going this direction and start turning for a broadside.
On it,
So it does
Commander.
have a pretty good range. Now I can bring this one down here. It's just not going to lower much. And you want him to be shot on the side if he's got to be shot. Or fired upon would be, I guess, a better way of putting it. And we can go in straight that way for now. Let's end this turn. There we go. Well, the Mark IIs definitely move faster. And we're getting alarms everywhere. We've still not actually formally identified them. It's kind of hard to engage them. But we're going to try. Actually, the Metis here is going to go after this ship. So we have everyone else going for these front line ships here. Clear everyone's altitude there. And let's see what we can do here. These guys are rather spread out, so it's making it a little bit more difficult. Try and point my side
On it, Commander.
there. And I want to bring this one out further. Still within broadside range. Okay, that's not what we want to do, though. And that's one way to lose your ship. I did watch an online battle, and the one tactic with the Manticores is just ramming to try and blow people up. Never been fond of the ramming tactic. Number-wise, it's definitely workable, but given the cost and the actual human cost and the financial cost, it's sort of like, you know, taking a F-22 Raptor and ramming it into an enemy ship or another airplane. If you've ever played Battlefield, that's a common tactic. Oh, there's a helicopter, I'll ram it. I'm not sure if I think it should be changed. I guess, you know, suicide fleets are a thing. It's in a one-off skirmish, you don't have to worry about replacing your fleet. So maybe what they should do is add in fleet cost into the score for winning. That way when you ram with your 34 different escorts, it might cost you more than you think. We've still not identified these guys. I'm going to see if I can move them in a little bit closer in the midst here. Maybe get a lock. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand the tactic completely. There we go.
Missiles
Yeah,
incoming.
that's gonna hurt. And on the worst ship for it, I brought that one in too close. Nemesis, yeah. This is really, really going to hurt. This is really going to hurt. This is really gonna 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 h They're all hitting on the bottom, so we can do something to correct that. Let's take these off boost. Bring it here. I think more here and start dropping it down. Go this way. Still got that one ship in front of me, but we're going to have our fighters engage the second nemesis. I'm going to ignore their fighters for now. And we're going to have the Chthonus, ground creature, fire its missiles at that nemesis, the CY-106.
Missile tubes prepped.
And we're going to focus fire on it as well. Not in the best firing position yet, and I don't know what evasive maneuver I can take here other than trying to turn it directly into it because it has a better front. Not much better. So there we go, this far here. I have to keep the boost on now to see if I can. And then we turn back out and pull around. And I'll see if I can drop it. If I take the boost off,
Understood.
We can drop further. And actually turn and come in behind them. They're guided, so they're still going to hit us, but then we focus fire on this ship. And then this guy, we're going to turn down here. Next turn we'll take the boost off. We're going to drop him. So he's going to be firing on the bottom, which is the
Yes,
weakest point. Or except for the top, maybe. Yeah, the top's weaker, and we have everyone else firing on top, so let's go ahead and fire on the top. Can we pull it up? Don't think we can, actually, unless I stop boosting. Now we can pull it up above it and fire missiles and focus fire on it. I'm not going to change anything. Force yet, or power of the attack until I can I guess get a little bit more organized here. Do not want to be in between the two of these, so we're going to try and go around here. Well, first we're going to take the boost off, so right here, drop down a little bit. We're still going to be firing from the top. We've already lost one fighter in the squadron.
Yes, Commander.
And oh, hold on. Might have the wrong ship. Those are guided. Okay, that's right. This is the Metis here. That's the one that actually has to point at his target. Well, this one's not going to resolve anytime soon, nor is this one, apparently. Because I am right on top of it. So what I'm going to do is take the boost off. Try and drop down to here. See if I can get it to resolve, and the next turn fire my unguided missiles. And let's see what happens here. How much can we avoid? Oh, it's taking a lot of hits here. Bottom armor and left's gone. I'll move that off so we can see a little bit better. What did we do? I think we just destroyed. Yep, hull 0. So we did take care of that one. And all the missiles actually haven't impacted yet, so that was pretty good. All right, and we turn him. Just want to bring him around the rear of the ship. No boost. Drop him down. Focus fire there. I guess I sent all my missiles on that, that's why. And what ship resolved here? Was that another Nemesis? So we just destroyed the one that way. And it's hacking us. Now, when they say guided, I don't know if we have to be exactly on the same plane. I mean, unguided. If so, then there better be some impressive results.
On it, Commander.
Because that could be difficult. I think I'm there. We're going to fire the torpedoes. Looks like we get a few more torpedoes. And I don't want them to fire at the beginning. I want them to fire at the end. So I guess I will wait. I'm not sure if the crew's smart enough to fire them at the right time. We'll see. We're getting hacked. The firewall's still holding. And what is the Aristotle doing here? Should probably get a slightly larger ship for the Aristotle. Drop down here. And we're going to focus fire on this Nemesis. And we're going to increase our fire output. It's odd fighting without the Daedalus. And this guy here, Chthonus, for those not familiar, I've had many careers in my lifetime.
Yes,
I sure
Commander.
joke. I've been a Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. I've done everything from engineering to professor of literature, game designer, novelist, editor, journalist, all sorts of stuff. But one of the games, pen and paper games, that I wrote for was Call of Cthulhu. And the whole Chthonus thing, Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft, the author of that, did borrow heavily from. So I'm going to have to actually, I guess, name a cruiser something Lovecraftian. And we'll increase our fire output there. Do have one semi-Lovecraftian novel out there if you're interested in picking up. It is The Strange Case of Rudolph Pearson. You think I would know that. The publisher of the game actually is publishing that. So, oh no, we're bringing this guy around here. I don't want to change him yet. All right. We've got that Talon way out there. I knew we had the Talon. So let's see if we can come around here. And again, cross the T to borrow from the Age of Sail terminology. No missiles are ready. And we are going to pull these guys off and engage the Talon. Select a target. They're right now engaging the Raiders, or no, I guess that... well, let's leave them on that Nemesis for now.
Yes, sir.
I thought they were engaging the Raiders there. Okay, well, we have a big enough mess there. And One thing you have to be careful with is when you're being hacked, if they hack your navigation, you can actually drift into one of your own ships and do one of those suicide rams. Oof. Whole bunch of ships here, so I'm going to have faith that this crew's going to know when to fire. Otherwise, I will never be able to hit them, or I'm just going to fire in between and maybe hopefully hit both of them. But since I believe you have to select the target, we'll see. Yep. So maybe they'll wait for the opportune moment to fire. And we're going to focus our fire on that same craft. Yep. Don't know why I didn't last time. And increase our fire output. Or firepower. And we can still maintain, I think, a fire arc here. No, we're gonna have to go a little bit straighter. I'm just gonna start taking us out of our
Yes, sir.
optimal firepower range. We are targeting that one. And this guy can remain on the rear and continue
So say we all.
to fire. Is that what we all say? And I need to pull this guy around, but he's actually in a much better firing position here, so I'm going to keep going this way. See if I can focus my fire. Since we destroyed the last one, Nemesis already, and we'll increase his firepower. I don't have to change him since that affected how he moves. Need to pull him up so I don't run into one of my other ships. But this one, which has pretty good firepower, we need to drop. It is now hacked. Firewall's still up, so we'll bring it around here and start descending. So we can give it a different facing for them to shoot. There we go.
On it, Commander.
And let's focus fire. Nope. I'll just go through this. That's the one. And these, the Berserkers, don't seem to be popular from the forums I write. A lot of people tend not to like them. If you could put it further out, if you actually look at the full range of it, it's a pretty good range, and it does have very good firepower. They are a bit flimsy when they're getting shot, but don't do what I'm doing now. Sorry about that. I bumped the mic. Try and keep them further away. Anyone? Nope, no more missiles. Let's go ahead and end this turn. See what happens. See how those guided torpedoes go. Right on past, so. Unguided torpedoes, and they still take 3 turns to load. Okay, we are going to have to start repairing. There we go, it's already repairing. And we're going to have to pull him out for a little bit. Gotta figure out how to work those torpedoes. Try and move him over the top of this Talon where it does not have any weapons, excuse me, that can fire. Hopefully it won't try to ascend.
Yes, sir.
Well, not really ascend. When you're in space, you could be upside down and moving upwards, so change elevation. One more turn here, so I'm going to try and bring this around. I'm not going to start focusing on. And do I want to do that? We're going to try and bring it right beneath this one. We're still focusing on the rear of that. And Let's take a look at the Alexandros. It might be time for him to start focusing on this Talon. Could slow down. I need to check the frontal armor on this thing first. Front 10. Yeah, we definitely want to fire in the front. Don't want to ram it, but let's try going here, see how much I can turn. Not enough. See if I can zoom in or out or something here. These name tags are... Can I... Can't turn enough that way either, so...
Yes, Commander.
We're going to have to be satisfied with where we were at. Heading this way. Change it, just make sure we're not colliding. Okay, he's sorry, changing elevation. Dropping elevation. That doesn't work either, does it? Alright. And over here, back to... I never even looked at the name of that one before. The Ophion. And...
Yes, Commander.
Still should be within that fire arc. I'm trying to not let him get out of the way. We'll decrease the damage so we can keep firing on it. If I boosted now, I don't think I could make a sharp enough turn. So I'm not going to boost this turn. I have to boost next turn. There goes those unguided torpedoes. We still have Chthonus. And we've got fighters on that and one ship, so let's see if we can bring the Chthonus around to focus on this Talon as well without running into ourselves. Okay, where is the Talon going? It's about the best I'm going to be able to do for now. The catch is not to shoot our own ship. So we have to leave it up a little bit higher.
On it, Commander.
And I don't know what target it has. There we go. Need to make sure that the Alexandros is actually changing his target as well. Yep. And the Metis can't fire right now because it's repairing from that hack. What about Aristotle? It's continuing to fire. It's good, and he's in range, so that's good. Not sure if you noticed, but in the music there's a ticking clock. Guess maybe to apply a little bit of pressure there. I think that's the whole fleet. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's got the range. It's got missiles coming in. We did change elevation enough, I think. Somebody just exploded over here. Those missiles going to hit. They're going to hit on the bottom again. Ugh. Bottom. We've got 43 hull, but that looks like the other Nemesis went up, and we didn't ram it, so that's good. So now we can go ahead and bring the Aristotle all the way around. start turning it. He has his guided missiles, so we'll fire those. And focus fire on the Talon. Metis is going to be problematic. We could possibly trying to figure out which way this guy's going to turn. This is a nightmare here. I'm just going to send him over here. Well, he's going to be gone by the time I'm there, so. It's a nemesis. This is not boosting, so I'm not sure why I'm having such difficulty turning. I guess we could do this. Well, that's even worse, isn't it? Just going to have to take a, I guess, a slightly slower turn. We'll cross paths here. I'll go this way. I absolutely cannot see any of the ships down there. I'm not sure if everyone has that problem or not, because everything seems to be the same color. Okay. What have we got on this level? We have the Alexandros. That technically could slow down a little bit more and continue to fire in the front. He's lost all of his combat fighters, though. Might be able to, that we can get some missiles on the CY-103.
Understood.
Then we have the other frigate. That's no longer going to be able to fire on the front. I have to keep its elevation pretty high. We'll start turning it so we can make a turn later. What's the armor on this on the top? Pretty darn good. We have the front down, but nothing much else. I'm going to wait one turn to fire its missiles. This guy actually got a salvo off before, and so did the other one. This is going to hurt a lot. See if we can boost and change our elevation. Still going to move faster than us. Now, does that change it enough to where those missiles... Okay, they're... Depending... they're going to hit us before we go drop enough, so let's try it this way. Just trying to limit the damage. So at this point, they're already over us, so they'll have to turn back down. These can still hit us on the bottom if they try, but I think they'll go to the closest location. So we'll see. How is this guy doing? Down to 11 hull, so I'm pretty sure those combat fighters will take him out. Sorry, the Vipers. Let's put him in a little bit more. Nope. I want him to be able to drop as much as possible. Right. Stay focused there to see how we do that. If we do it. Nope, not at all. We're losing hull, but managed to survive that one. Okay. So that was emergency evasive action. We're completely hacked here in engineering. Okay, what is it? Okay, we go too low. We're apparently going to hit something, or is there some sort of engineering problem? Let me turn off engineering repair, see if that... No? Are we just about to explode? that what it is? Huh. So anything in this direction? What is over here? I do not know. Okay, well, we'll try and keep focus on that. We'll keep the repairs going. And we still have the same target. Meanwhile, over here, everybody is in a big jumble. The Metis was attempting to turn. The question is how will he fire his torpedoes the next time he can fire, which is just about any moment. We'll see. We will. He's got 7 hull. I think those ships can take care of him. This one only has 5 hull, so I guess I might as well go ahead over here. Drop down a little bit lower.
Yes, sir.
We'll cancel and refocus. Not on the 103. Well, we still have a squadron out there. They're prototypes on the 104. And we'll let our 2 frigates take out this Talon here. Can we turn enough to... What's the rear? Rear's down. Yeah, just about anything is going to damage at this point.
On it, Commander.
This guy's doing just about a 1-8. He's spinning donuts here. His hull is down quite a bit, though. Now we still have that. Maybe it's just the angle of turning. Slow that down a little bit, maybe make a greater turn. Try and keep, well, we can always put him in fire arc this way, so let's go ahead and do that. It looks like our fire range is decreased. Let's see if he actually has range. He does have range to that, so. And is anyone going to... I see flames on the Talon right now. There it goes. This Nemesis is actually holding out pretty long. I mean, given the fact that I thought it was going to be dead a couple turns ago. Top and rear. So see if we can elevate it above it. Focus fire. And I'd like to see the ship get some experience here. On the top, although it's pretty weak. If we don't destroy it this turn, he'll probably take out this ship.
Yes, sir.
The Ophion. On its side, so that should help. But we also have those prototype raiders over there. Bring here, see if we can get a broadside fire in. No missiles. Do the same thing. See if we can drop it down even further. Guess I should focus on the target. And the Alexandros, same thing. He's lost all of his fighters. The Metis, I don't think has any hope of launching those torpedoes. See, if I get him low, I'm going to fire him. We just have to figure out what angle. He's going straight, so by the time they get there... Oh, of course he's going straight. He's going in the direction he's pointed. Just want to make sure we're low enough. But on the same plane. With nobody in between. I'm thinking we gotta be this exacting with it, that you have to be really right on top of them to, I think, make optimal use of that. I'll try it about right there.
So say we all.
So I'll make sure we all have a target. He did not have a target. Yes, he does. I believe I was originally going for the top armor. Yeah, top or rear. So we bring him up high enough. And one good hit on... I forgot the name. The Ophion, and... There's not related to Ophelia from Hamlet. Okay, let's see what we do. And I need to actually launch these. Make sure nobody's in my way when I fire these torpedoes. So we get more torpedoes at the same. Fire control system is being repaired. Okay, let's stop repairing that. So I just want to see what they're going to do. And the turn, probably blow up before I get there. Oh, don't drop too low. They would have almost hit.
All contacts are down.
Okay.
Good job, Commander.
That was a horrible job, actually. Let's take a look at damage output here. $191 for Alexandros. Cathonos, 55. 9.7. All that bragging about how much damage it does. Although it did take a pretty bad hit. 151. Pretty good there. 78% accuracy for the Aristotle. Alright, well, let's do a view the replay. I'll try and be quiet. Right over the top. Okay, well, I completely played the Ophion or Berserker incorrectly and poorly. I've managed to get a little bit more damage out of him than the past. Let's take a look at our intelligence report. Bonus. No bonus for being anchored here. Scouts are reporting coordinated jumps at multiple cylon fleets. Prepare for surprise attacks. Yeah, I've noticed that. Income. So our trillium supply is up to 19. 85 is pretty good. We're getting a boost. We can increase that more, but it is the RPs. I need 2,200 unless I'm at a location that gives me a discount to build that light Battlestar. Let's check the I forgot you can't move that way at this one. Let's check our recon group here, officer, and see if he can be promoted. And it looks like he can. So we're going to go ahead and promote him, promote her. It's Amy Jacobson. $200. Yeah. I'll do that. Now, I think we've already done this, didn't we? Yeah. Because I think it highlights the ones that you haven't done. And subsystem strength and elevation control. But only on the flagship. I think I'll go with the subsystem strength. We'll confirm that. Navigation. I want to see if I understand this correctly. +2 navigation. Okay, I think that's on all ships. Yeah, it's for the fleet. This is just for the captain, and that's for command. So yeah, we'll do it for the whole fleet. That will help that fleet, particularly since they're a recon fleet, and spent all the bonus points that I got there. Gonna have to quit promoting people. Oh, it looks like those are a different set of points. Okay. Our quorum, 10 out of 6. Not 10 out of 6, I mean 10/6. We've got these two are definitely no longer in it. What I'm going to do is end the broadcast on Facebook and end the broadcast because this will be going on YouTube later. It's already longer than it should be, but I apologize for that. For anyone who's watching this later on YouTube. For everyone on Twitch, I will still be here. You'll see the outro for it. So thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it very much. If you like the video, please give it a like or a comment. That's even better. You can point out how much I screwed up in that last battle. Plenty to say there. And I do appreciate you taking any time to watch it. Share it with friends. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them. Or you can follow me on Twitter and just ask me questions there. I'm Quinn Eisen on Twitter, just the reverse. And it should be on all my pages on every site I have. You can also catch the live broadcasts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at normally 7 o'clock. I don't think I've hit 7 yet. 8 is the latest I've started. Normally it's about 7:15, 7:30, but I'm shooting for 7. Maybe I hit it once. And that's Eastern Standard Time -5 Universal. And that's, well, really about it. You can catch also what's going on my Facebook page. That should be linked on all the sites as well. It is EEO Studio is what it's listed under, because that's my broadcast studio is the term. So thanks everyone, I appreciate it. Remember to have a good day, and I hope to catch you virtually next time.